Oh, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, I'm going to work on this. So I just did a little bit of needle scaling on this, and that's definitely sand. Those pockets of sand that came loose when they did the casting. So it wasn't a perfect casting, but they said, yeah, close enough. And it may have actually led to its demise. Probably started to crack right here and worked back through. So, yeah. Had quite a few sand pockets around that joint. So, well, I got a lot of grinding to do. I'm actually going to take a whiz wheel, I think, cut that corner right off. And, yeah, that way I can fill it up with steel and won't have all this stuff because, yeah, got to get rid of that. So I'm going to do some whiz wheeling, get some stuff prepped, and I'll show you what I got before I start. So I've got most of the cast. I got most of the cast in sand out. That definitely was cast in sand. Caused that porosity. But up here on this, here you can see these cracks. I was going to grind them out, but then you got a big air gap. And I think what I'm going to do is weld over the back side and build it up a little bit. Because I already asked them, I can come into this area here, so I can fill this in a little bit on this spot. And not in here where the bolt goes, but on the other side. So anyway, I'm going to see here what happens with that wire feed. I'm going to put a clamp on it so it doesn't move. And I'm going to pick away at it. I don't care if it takes me all day, and if it doesn't work, if it cracks in the weld, I can go to 7018. That's usually what I use. But I actually don't have a plug-in over there for my big welder yet. I've got all the stuff to put it in. I haven't done it yet. So anyway, we'll see what happens here. As you can see by the color over here, I heated it up till it was blue. I don't know what temperature blue is, but it's pretty hot. And, you know, it's done pretty good. This here was a good looking weld, but it had some of those sand pockets over here. And I went through there and burned into them, and it kind of frigged up the top, but I'm going to grind it off a little when we're done. And, yeah, it should be all right. We'll just let it cool in the air here. I'm not going to cover it up in insulation like a lot of guys do. This is a solid piece. It's not like it's, you know, a great big engine block or something. But anyway, that's that roughed in. We'll dollar up here in a little while. I tried it without heat. Wouldn't work. I mean, I could tell I did 2 little tacks. Could tell right off it weren't going to work with a wire feed. It will with 7018. 7018 I weld cold all the time. You weld about 1/2 of an inch and leave it. And this here wouldn't do it with a wire feed. I had never tried wire feed on cast iron. I got friends of mine, like I say, that swear by it. But anyway, it'll come to it. It's going to be pretty strong, I think. So we'll clean her up when we're done. Came out pretty good. You can see with a different material, you know, I can see the Mac, but I don't think it will fall apart. This here, of course, has cracks running down through it, but I think I put enough weld on it that it's got it most of the way. It's got to be better than it was. So, got to let it cool now. Well, most of you who have any age to you will know what this goes to. I'm going to keep on cleaning stuff up. I just put some high heat grill paint on that. It's supposed to be good for 1200 degrees, so we'll see how it works. And fuel tanks over there for it. I got some red paint for that. These ones here were old enough that they were not powder coated. They were just regular paint. So I've got to put a plastic plug in that, tape this up. I'm going to give this a quick glass beading. And this made in '64. So anyway, yeah. I'm all over the place. I got that welded. I got bored upstairs with Carol. Started cleaning the grill we had. Or, yeah, cook stove. Anyway, well, this is a normal day for me. My attention deficit disorder is kicking in, I guess, today. Which it does most days. I have a hard time staying focused on one project. I get bored with it. So I skip around. That's why it's awful hard for me to make a video of just one thing and keep on task. It drives Carol crazy, but I've been this way my whole life. Eventually I get something done. But we're slowly forming this flywheel guide. We're going to have to get an adjustable here in a few minutes to go on the end to save my gloves. It's actually forming pretty easy. I was surprised how good it's going. Okay, I gotta get an adjustable, and I'm not gonna film the rest of it. You get the idea of what I'm doing. I'll show it to you when I get it done. Well, it's gonna work. Gotta take off a few of these, you know, the brackets aren't in the right place. This one here, I may be able to turn this end up and catch this. I'm not sure how it's gonna play, but I think I can. I think I can just heat it and bend it up and then cut it off and drill it. And I think that will go there. Then I'll run it around and I'll have to make something up for this end. And anyway, we're gonna play it by ear. We'll see if New Holland can get along with John Deere. And I gotta do them a little more grinding right there. And it is missing, but not by much, only probably 10 thousandths. But what I'll do is I'll take a rat tail file, I'll get some right here relieved and a little bit under the bolt. I can wedge it up with a screwdriver before I tighten it. And I'll have to weld me a mounting bracket for down here. And then we'll, yeah, this is binding harder than hell right here, so it won't let that go down around. I can always put some heat to it too. But anyway, that's it in a nutshell. What I'm going to work with. We'll fit it around and then we'll put a piece of pipe or something. Probably only weld it on like this side and just have it just sitting here. That way when you take this off, it'll all come off together. Keep fingers out of stuff. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video today. As you can see, I'm skipping around all over the place. I welded that piece for the railroad. Worked on that's actually a 413D Coleman stove I'm working on. Been working on that, just playing. Me and Carol, we saw some of that stuff on Facebook the other day and went and bought it. It was all stoves. So I thought it was kind of fun. Anyway, so yeah, cheap. $10 a piece for that stuff. I mean, Christ, it's worth that just to have the toy to play with. So anyway, I'm going to quit for the day. Keep safe, everybody. Don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and we will see you on the next one.